Burning Question, powered by Century Ply and Sharda University.
Big relief for Nupur Sharma. All FIRs clubbed into one. Interim protection to stay. She will not be arrested. Prime Minister Modi comes down heavily on freebie culture, takes on shortcut Netas, hits out at Arvind Kejriwal indirectly. Scathing attack on the Congress party as well, says Grand Old Party's tricks. He says black protests won't help earn people's trust. Nitish Kumar takes oath as Bihar's Chief Minister for the 8th time, warns the Prime Minister on 2024, says 2024 won't be the same as 2014. It's almost a dare. Does he have national ambitions? Massive political buzz on a possible change in Karnataka, with the Congress party wooing Lingayats. Is Yediyurappa going to play a role? Is he going to come back? All eyes on the southern state. After a no-show at least 10 times, fresh action against Mamata's key leader, Anubrata Mondal. CBI mulling legal options. Will he be the next one to face arrest? I'm calling them Jumla GVs to shortcut Netas to calling them black magic politicians, saying their black magic will not help wash away their sins. That was the Prime Minister's speech this evening, where he took on the opposition, primarily the Congress, and references also to Kejriwal when he made a freebie reference. Here's what the Prime Minister said, and then the big debate on the burning question.
Dressed in all black, the Congress took to streets on August 5 to protest against price rise. But soon it was clear that the agitations had more to do with the ED clampdown on Vadra Congress than inflation.
We are talking about price rise today. If you don't understand price rise, Mengai, I can't help you.
So we understand price rise, but the issue of ED was also raised in the National Herald case. Mr. Ashok Gehlot rose it. Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. Why these?
Republic TV can ask any number of questions. I'm not going to be...
But Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions.
वो किसको बचाते हैं? उनके यहाँ परिवार नहीं है, वो परिवार नहीं रखते. परिवार को बचाने के लिए मैं क्यों आऊंगा? मैं अपने नेता को बचाने के लिए आऊंगा. मेरा नेता मुझे बचाता है.
And today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi tore into Congress over its black cloth protest last week, saying those who believe in black magic won't earn people's trust.
अभी हमने 5 अगस्त को देखा है कि कैसे काले जादू को फैलाने का भरपूर प्रयास किया गया. ये लोग सोचते हैं कि काले कपड़े पहनकर उनकी निराशा हताशा का काल समाप्त हो जाएगा, लेकिन उन्हें पता नहीं है कि वो कितनी ही झाड़ फूंक कर ले, कितना ही काला जादू कर ले, अंधविश्वास कर ले, जनता का विश्वास अब उन पर दोबारा कभी नहीं बन पाएगा.
The PM also came down heavily on freebies culture, speaking against it third time in a month, saying those adopting shortcuts for political selfishness cannot find permanent solutions to problems.
हमारी सरकार समस्याओं के स्थायी समाधान में जुटी है. पराली की दिक्कतों के बारे में भी बरसों से कितना कुछ कहा गया, लेकिन शॉर्टकट वाले इसका समाधान नहीं दे पाए. हम किसानों की पराली से जुड़ी समस्याओं को समझते हैं, इसलिए उन्हें इससे छुटकारा पाने के आसान विकल्प भी दे रहे हैं।
In a scathing attack on the opposition, PM lashed at all those opposing the Tiranga campaign, calling it an insult to the national flag.
इस काले जादू के फेर में आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव का अपमान न करें, तिरंगे का अपमान न करें।
But even as the Prime Minister urged all to come together for a strong nation, is the opposition listening? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Okay, let's introduce our panelists this evening. Harish Khurana, spokesperson of the Delhi BJP, Sujata Pandey, political analyst, Xavier Rodriguez, chief editor, Goa Chronicle, PKD Nambiar, political analyst, Dr. Piyush Joshi, political analyst, Professor D.K. Giri, a political commentator, Tanvi Pruthi, who is a political analyst, and Abbas Haider, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joining us live. So, the Prime Minister's focus was on two aspects. One, clearly, the black protest and the reference was clear to the Congress Party's protest a day after Mallikarjun Kharge was questioned in the freedom struggle for profit scam, and also he made a reference to shortcut politics, shortcut netas, freebie culture, obvious reference to Arvind Kejriwal. Now tell me what was wrong. Tanvi, you can start. Tanvi can start and Sujata can comment. What was wrong in what the Prime Minister said about the Congress Party and the black protest? You can start and then Sujata will respond to you.
Thank you. Good evening and thank you for having me today. So first of all, let's discuss of good freebies and bad freebies and what Prime Minister Modi said today. When UPA was in power and oil prices globally were skyrocketing, the government was still subsidizing fuel to save the common from the burn prices. Yet the opposition spreading the propaganda, and I don't know what jadoo was that. What kind of silly jadoo was that? In fact, when some BJP leaders, they were fighting on the streets. They were hitting the streets with gas cylinders, highlighting the issue of inflation. So, well, today BJP said that they irresponsible opposition and that they misled people. That's my point number one. My point number two. When you promise for loan gators in UP, that is a good freebie, but if other parties do that, that is a bad freebie. And then everybody in BJP आप करो तो रास लीला बाकी पार्टीज करे एकदम फिर आप ऑपोजिशन को
Okay, I have a bad line with you, Tanvi. I'll just try and fix that. I have a bad line with you. Okay, I'm letting Sujata respond to you. I have a bad line with you, Tanvi. I'll just fix that. Sujata can come in and maybe Abbas Haider can respond to you. Sujata, what was wrong in what the Prime Minister said? He said black protest, black magic. I don't know what he referred to black magic. Maybe perhaps he said that a black protest was perhaps a way to try and absolve from all the crimes, and that won't really work. Hasn't worked so far. Sujata, maybe you can respond and Abbas will come in.
Yeah. So, Niranjan, what Prime Minister was trying to say is that trying to distract people from the charges that ED had put on Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and the Vadra clan altogether, and on the name of inflation, on the name of berojgari, on the name of price rise, etc., is not going to fool people, because people know that this was the Congress government which had double-digit inflation during its own time. So today when the inflation is under control, I mean by RBI report as well, even their favorite the ex-RBI governor also Raghuram Rajan also said on record that the RBI and the economy is doing very, very well, and India has zero chances of going into recession. So that being said, I mean, the Congress can say these things. They have said these things in every election, on every podium, but I do not think that it has reflected in their either the declining vote share and the losing of the state. So point number one. About the freebie culture, I think the panelist who was speaking before me, she was trying to politicize the issue. First is we have to understand what is the difference between the freebie and the welfare schemes. Giving 300 units of electricity to people who could afford, or probably a drive Maybach or Merc in Delhi, just to gain electorally, or burden a already burdened state like Punjab, just to win electorally or gain vote in
I see Piyush Joshi is raising his hand. Yes, Piyush, you can respond to her, but let her complete.
is definitely freebie, whereas schemes like Jal Jeevan, schemes like Ujjwala, I'm not done yet, Jal Jeevan, Ujjwala, free homes, Swachh Bharat Mission, where you build the toilets for the marginalized section, is welfare scheme. I think we need to understand that first. It's not about the parties, because remember, there are no free lunches, and it pinches only.
Are you giving free electricity anywhere in India? Is the BJP giving free electricity anywhere in India?
No.
Okay, Dr. Piyush Joshi wants to respond. Yes,
Yeah.
Dr. Joshi.
I just wanted to respond. I come from a state when you look at the amount of subsidies given, ranks at number 2 in the whole country. That is the state of Madhya Pradesh. Who's the chief minister? Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And who's to which party does he belong? BJP. Am I getting free electricity? No. Am I getting free water supply? No. Am I getting free and quality healthcare? No. Am I getting good quality education for free? No. So where is the money going? So the money is
one second. Do you want everything free? 1 minute. Did you just?
No, of course not free.
Do you want everything free?
No. Now, let us define. Sujata, you had your chance. Kindly let me respond. What is free? I am just asking something. Look, I save a little bit of money from my salary. I choose to spend the way I like it. Right? And I may decide that my father is going to spend on my behalf. So similarly, we choose the government to spend on our behalf. Whose money the government is spending? It is the taxpayers' money the government is spending. On whom the government is spending the welfare money? On the people only it is spending the welfare money. So you don't complain. It is not freebie. It is actually kind of prepaid allowance that the government is saying.
Prepaid allowance?
Yes, of course it is a prepaid, because you have already paid the tax. You buy a soap, you pay tax.
So who builds
buy
the
petrol,
roads?
you pay tax. You buy an agarbatti, you pay tax. Come on. So when you are paying tax, you travel on a road, you pay toll tax.
Is it used
whatever
electoral
facility you use, you pay tax.
for facilitating the development?
So you don't question.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Let me ask you a question. Dr. Piyush Joshi, let me ask you. Dr. Piyush Joshi, let me ask you. How many, okay, let's get all panelists on it. All the panelists on it. Okay, 1 minute. So we have a fantastic situation here on the debate where Dr. Piyush Joshi says he's a tax-paying citizen. I'm sure he's paying his taxes.
Oh, yes,
and he says, I want free education. I want, what else did you say you want, sir? Can you please repeat?
I didn't say it is free. I said let us redefine what is a freebie. You have to redefine what is a freebie.
Where do you want that money to go? Where do you want that money to go? Let's talk about it. Where do you want that money to go?
I want that money to come back to me in form of some welfare scheme, because I am the person who is paying the tax.
Okay.
The government is not generating money of its own account.
No, 1 minute. Fantastic argument. Okay, fantastic argument. Sujata, wait.
Yeah.
Sujata, wait.
Just few. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Quickly, I want to bring the others in. Yes.
I just want to know that the airports that he flies from, is it built by him, or the buses that he rides on is bought by him, or the roads that he uses, or the infrastructure that he uses.
I pay the tax for that, right? We all pay the taxes for that. The complete population of the country is paying taxes for that, ma'am. We pay taxes for a certain purpose. We don't pay taxes so that bureaucrats and politicians can fill their pockets. We don't pay taxes so that politicians can
Okay, 1 minute. Let me get the others. Okay, PKD Nambiar. Okay, PKD Nambiar. Okay, on a lighter note, everybody calm down. It's okay. It's just Wednesday. Let's go across to PKD. PKD, what would you like subsidized, PKD? Come on. Shortcut. You earn all the money you want, pay your taxes. You want to live a free life. What do you want for free? PKD Nambiar.
I think
PKD Nambiar. And then Professor D.K. Giri will respond.
Can you hear me, Niranjan?
Yes, please. What's your wish list?
I can only sympathize the people who are just still arguing for a subsidy, and as well as a tax-paying citizen is asking for a subsidy or for some kind of a freebies. That means I can simply sympathize for him. But what this country and the normal citizen of this country want, they don't want anything in free. They only want a job, a decent job opportunities. Can you give them employment? Give a guarantee that I will give this much of employment, not just the fake narrative.
What has Bhagwan done in Punjab?
They don't want to see advertisement. I actually don't debate with the people who come in between.
Okay, 1 minute. Dr. Joshi, listen to him. Yeah, yes, PKD, go ahead.
So I'm only saying that this country and the people of this country requires jobs, opportunities for them to have a decent life. They wanted to have a decent earnings. They wanted to have a common facilities, whether it is in the name of infrastructure, educational infrastructure, and or the health facilities. Not this freebies for buying loans, buying votes. Just imagine that Arvind Kejriwal going all around and saying, आपको बिजली फ्री चाहिए, आपका एजुकेशन फ्री चाहिए.
What about Shivraj Singh,
I stay in Delhi.
What about Shivraj Singh?
I stay in Delhi.
Shivraj Singh?
I stay in Delhi for the last 25 years.
Highest number of subsidies. Why is MP government giving the second highest amount of subsidy?
For a separate show altogether, I guess. I'm only saying, can I just finish, my dear friend? I don't know whether...
Dr. Piyush Joshi,
I belong to a different class, I'm sorry.
No, I've just pulled out 1 minute, 1 minute. PKD 1 minute, PKD 1 minute. PKD 1 minute.
I'll just...
Let him complete his point. Dr. Piyush Joshi, I know you're extremely upset. You may not be getting enough schemes, but you know what? While you were speaking, I just pulled up all the schemes in Madhya Pradesh. I will list that out for you and what you're eligible for. PKD, complete your point.
I have been living in Delhi from the last 25 years.
What are you getting free?
I have seen this city is coming up and becoming a strong city with flyovers and all kind of very good infrastructures, but without any freebies. This in the Arvind Kejriwal in the last 7 years could not even create 10 flyovers. One underpass it took 7 years for him to complete. He's talking about a mohalla clinic which I cross almost every day. There is hardly not even 5 of them are functioning. He has made five model units for a school, or for that matter the other one, but then he goes all around and advertise and publicize and buy the votes. I think I would call it like the people who are offering freebies, irrespective of the political party, they are buying votes, and they should not be given that kind of a free hand to buy the vote. That is what is my comment on the freebies.
Okay.
Let's go on to others,
Yeah, interesting point. I just want to bring in Professor, Dr. Piyush Joshi. I actually just pulled out a full list. But before that, let me get in Harish Khurana is also here on the freebie debate before I go across, because we've been through this. But just before, just hear me out, Dr. Joshi, and I'll hand it over to Harish Khurana, right? List of all Mukhyamantri Yojana and schemes by Madhya Pradesh state government. Okay, what you're already getting, which you claim you don't get. Jan Kalyan Yojana, inclusion of left out candidates, special announcement for farmers, electricity at flat rate, special announcement for laborers, treatment facilities, housing facilities, Tendupatta collectors ke liye special hai allotment, new water scheme, announcement in manufacturing sector, supervision of different schemes also being done, list of schemes, Samadhan, online, Mukhyamantri Bhavantar Bhuktan Yojana, Mukhyamantri Solar Pump Yojana, Krishi Dan. Now I have a full list. What are you complaining about?
Yes.
The people who need it will get it. What do you want?
You can ask people, are they getting it? You can ask people, are they getting it?
What do you want?
You can ask people, are they getting it?
No, but why should you get?
And why didn't Prime Minister reprimand Shivraj Singh Chauhan?
For people who can't afford it, right? It's for the.
So why he did not reprimand Shivraj Singh Chauhan for this? You tell me. Why is he subsidizing so much? Where is the money going? It's not coming down.
I'm saying there are schemes, but people who are deserving perhaps are getting it. Harish Khurana.
Nobody is getting it. That is the problem. Nobody is getting it.
Okay.
Only the politicians and bureaucrats are getting it.
If nobody is getting it, you must take them to court. Okay, Harish Khurana.
There are many cases going on against all these schemes, against the many bureaucrats.
Okay, you hear Harish Khurana. Harish Khurana and then Abbas is coming in. Harish Khurana and then Abbas.
Can I come in?
Harish.
Can I come in?
Yes, Harish.
See, the problem today is we should understand. We have to choose between a Kalyankari Yojana, what you have integrated in Madhya Pradesh government, what they're giving. You have to choose between those Yojanas or a freebie like color television in Tamil Nadu. You have to choose that. I mean, you have to choose 1,000 rupees per month to a female in Punjab, where a person who is earning a lakh rupee, a lady a lakh rupee per month is also getting 1,000 rupees as a salary. Problem is the basic structure is being lynched today. It is getting co-class. Problem is this. I still remember Arvind Kejriwal used to say before coming to power, when Sheena Dixit gives 300 crore rupees to private discoms as a subsidy. He used to say they are in handing gloves with these private discoms and giving the subsidies. Why? Today, he's giving 6,000 crore rupees the subsidies of same private companies. Now what is happening? What is happening now? now in the name of free electricity.
What is
Problem
happening is Delhi
I'll
getting
give-
a sub-
let me complete.
Please
You should have some decency.
complete.
You should have decency something.
Okay.
Today, 78,000 crore. Today, 78,000 crore is the budget of Delhi. Today, 78,000 crore budget is of Delhi. We should understand only 9,000 crore rupees of capital outlay. That means for creating an infrastructure out of 70,000, you just have 9,000 crores. Where is money going in? Only in subsidies. You're giving free water. Do you know Delhi Jal Board has 60,000 crore debt? He's giving free right to freebies. Do you know 39,000 crore is a debt on DTC? We should understand that. Delhi was.
Can I come in?
Delhi was. Let me complete. Delhi was debt-free city. Today in Delhi, 38,000 crore is being owned by Delhi government to central government. 30,000 crore is debt. So where is this money going in? Only in buying the votes, basically. I'll allegate to buy these votes. Where the party people don't need it, they're still giving freebies. Allegation is this. In Punjab, you give 1,000 rupees to the females. 3 lakh crore is a debt. 3 lakh crore. And next day, after taking an oath, you come to Prime Minister and ask for
Abbas Haider, come in.
package. Why?
Why?
Abbas Haider,
Niranjan,
yes. Abbas Haider, what are
yeah.
the freebies? What are the freebies that you gave? And what are the freebies that you gave?
Sir,
Can I come in?
the
Yes.
biggest freebie that has
Savio will
been
respond to
ever
you, but Abbas
promised in
first,
the
yeah.
independent India is 15 lakh rupees in every bank account. That was the biggest freebie that has ever been promised, and that has not been delivered
nobody
yet.
promised
the
that. Who
problem
promised you
is,
that?
so
Show
you
me
are
one
just trying to
statement.
befool the
Show me
people
one statement
right
where
before
Modi
election.
says
No,
15 lakh
let me. No, I
rupees
didn't
Show me
interrupt
one
you. Let me
statement.
speak. No, this is not fair. This is not. I don't speak in between. No. This is not fair. Let me complete. You can rebut later. So the biggest freebie has been promised in 2014 just to get votes. And what has happened after that? So I have a piece of advice for Honorable Prime Minister that he should first get his house in order. In the Uttar Pradesh election just 6 months back, UP Bharatiya Janata Party, they promised to give free scooty. They have promised to give free electricity for irrigation. They have promised to give electricity on half rate. What has happened to these promises? I'll tell you what is the difference between freebie and a welfare scheme. Let me tell you, Samajwadi Party in 2012 promised the people of Uttar Pradesh to give free laptops. Obviously, there is no problem in giving laptops when it is increasing employment among youth. It is making them self-reliant. So, Bharatiya Janata Party also promised to give free laptops to the student in 2017. But what has happened? Samajwadi Party gave free laptops to the students of Uttar Pradesh throughout 5 years of its government, while Bharatiya Janata Party just distributed tablets right before the election, right before the model code of conduct was came into force in UP. So this is the difference between freebie and welfare scheme. I don't have a problem with the welfare scheme because the directive principle of state policy clearly states it has directed the government that they should do anything possible to increase the lifestyle of the people of the country. So welfare scheme is all right, but when you make fake promises and you don't deliver it, this is called freebie.
See, that's
this is
different
called
from
freebie
freebies.
because
1 minute.
that is
That's-
just meant
Abbas,
to get vote
Abbas,
and
I
not
think you're
to do
diverting,
anything
Savio.
for the welfare of the
1
people.
minute. Abbas, how is that? See, tell me something. The Prime Minister said today that politics of freebies is a disservice to the nation, and he said this. He said it hampers investment in new technology. He said selfish people can even promise free petrol and diesel. Forget about it. It's not going to happen because they're not even cutting GST in many states on fuel. He said selfish people, this selfish politics amounts to depriving children of their due. He said this will prevent the country from becoming self-sufficient. Selfish policies will put more burden on honest taxpayers. How is he wrong, Savio, when he says it will put burden on honest taxpayers? Because some people, mostly middle class, some people will keep paying the taxes.
It is the leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party that is depriving us of becoming self-reliant. The rupee to dollar rate has gone 30%.
How does that have anything to do? 1 minute.
Devaluation.
How does that have anything to do with freebies? The debate on freebies.
Abbas, people have gone below.
Abbas, first you spoke about the promise that he made.
This is what he's doing is a disservice to the nation.
Okay, Savio is coming in. Savio responding to Abbas. And then Professor D.K. Giri. Yes, Professor D.K. Giri hasn't spoken. Yes.
Niranjan, since we are having such an entertaining time in this discussion, I thought I'll bring in a little entertainment. Because what Prime Minister Modi was really doing was trolling the opposition at the highest level.
Yeah, he was.
PM Modi is simply trying to tell the opposition to stop thinking that they are tripping on Carlos Santana's black magic women. Because they are not winning any hearts
Why
of the
don't he
people
tell
of
his
India.
own party
But
first?
looking like some people tripping on the song Kallu Mama. They're tripping on the song Kallu Mama, which was hysterical in its own right, but was really funny a song. So, but getting down to the entertainment, I think
Charity begins
the
at home.
concept of freebies in politics is will you stop interrupting? Do you have a pin up your seat that makes you jumping? You can't allow people.
Okay,
to talk.
let's focus on the debate. Come on.
Enjoy the entertainment, my friend. Enjoy the entertainment. So the point, Niranjan, on the larger issue is freebies. The larger issue is the protest of the opposition was really no point discussing because that's a waste of time. But the point is the culture of freebies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference between freebies and welfare schemes. That's the very fine line that needs to be defined by all governments and all political parties, including the BJP. People of India do not want freebies. The people of India want welfare. They want to be able to be self-sustainable. They want to be able to be facilitated, to be empowered, whether it's in enterprise or whether it's in women empowerment, whether it's in youth empowerment. So on the larger issue, the most important thing for us as a nation, irrespective of political parties, is to get out of the freebie cultures and work into more effective social welfare schemes, whether it's in education, employment, or any other sector, so that our people are able to be self-sustainable.
Yeah. Professor Giri, what was wrong in what the Prime Minister said? He said this promising free electricity, free, getting a...
Niranjan, I got your question.
Oh, no, I haven't said anything. Wait. I know you understood my question, but I haven't... Wait, 1 minute.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
But I'm listening to you for 30, 40
give me 30
minutes
seconds
now.
with your permission.
Yeah, okay.
Professor Giri, with your permission, he said this is not the right policy but a misleading one. He said this freebie culture is not the right policy but a misleading one. This is not in national interest but it's against the nation. This is not nation building but an effort to push back the country. Subsidizing everybody. You're a professor, Professor D.K. Giri. Now, it's you have to draw the line somewhere, right? You have to draw the line.
Yes. Okay, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
One gentleman in the panel said that he lived in Delhi for 25 years. I have been living in Delhi for 40 years. Okay, whoever it is, 40 years. And I've lived for long in the welfare state. The gentlemen who are drawing distinction between welfare regime and freebie, they're totally wrong. There is no word called freebie. It's a cheap jive. It's a welfare state. You talk to poor people who are getting the subsidies. You talk to people who are starving, who have no money to travel. In Delhi, I feel the pinch of the economy.
Why don't you give them jobs?
Why don't you give them jobs? Why are you making? Why do you want them to be I heard you, gentlemen. Now, Niranjan, I kept quiet all along.
Okay.
Why are you trying to be smart, gentlemen? Can you keep quiet? You don't know how to debate.
Why is everybody on the edge?
You don't know how to debate. You can't keep your
Please listen to each other. Okay, Professor Giri, calm down.
Why do you have to interrupt?
Okay.
I won't come in. I won't speak, Niranjan.
Go on. No, please speak.
I'm not really desperate to speak.
No,
please desperate, let them speak.
Professor Giri, why?
I am only saying that you are talking of a welfare state. There is nothing called freebie. Talk to those poor people who are getting these benefits. Do you know the economy? People are starving. People have no money. This economy is in a mess. It is a crony capitalist economy. So people who are getting the welfare schemes, tell them. And tell them that this is freebie they don't want. These people who are talking about concepts here, differences and self-sustaining country, people who are starving, man. And Rodrigo, my friend, was talking about entertainment. What is all this? I am meeting people in public who are literally starving. In Delhi, you send your cameraman, I'll bring them. People who are not in the government job, they are literally starving. Money is circulating only in the top 4 or 5 companies. Do you know this? In Delhi. I invite you all to come to my office in Sabdang Enclave and I'll introduce those people who are educated people without job, without food. This is the state of the affairs in this country. I'm telling you from personal experience. Forget about these political jives. Tell the people who feel this. For first time, the women
Harish
can
Khurana
travel
to
free
respond
in
to you?
this
Harish
country.
Khurana from Delhi, from the
Delhi,
BJP.
first
Can I
time
quickly come
people are
back?
getting electricity.
Okay,
I don't
PKD
get
first and then Harish
electricity,
Khurana. On the charge of,
I
on the
don't
charge.
get
See, I'm not.
electricity.
I just,
One minute. See, nobody's denying that, there is a lack of, people want jobs. There are a lot of people without jobs. But I just felt that it was a. Okay, let Harish Khurana respond. Okay, PKD, you want to go first? PKD first and then Harish Khurana. Yes, PKD.
I just
30 seconds each, yeah.
You remember that during the freedom movement, once the Subhash Chandra Bose said, तुम मुझे खून दे दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. दिल्ली में कल्चर क्या है पता है? मैं तुम्हें साड़ी दूंगा, तुम मुझे वोट दे दो. मैं तुम्हें फ्री में बिजली दूंगा, तुम मुझे वोट दे दो. मैं तुम्हें तुम्हारे बच्चे को स्कूल जाने दूंगा, तुम मुझे वोट दे दो. I mean, come on, yaar, let it be little bit of a logic. You, the normal citizen of this country,
come to my office tomorrow. I'll tell you the
people are
come to my
starving.
office, I
Don't give them
challenge you.
just the food, give them a quality job. Why the people of the government, irrespective of the government, are not being able to give them a decent job? Why, if you are not able to give them a job, you are buying a vote every day and day out. And what you are seeing in the potholes on the road is because you don't have it.
You cannot buy votes.
You go out every day in the morning and say that we are
You are insulting Indian democracy. You cannot
money
buy
is not a
votes.
problem. Money is not a problem only for an advertisement. But on the main road, since you said you live in Delhi, tell me, sir, how many roads have got potholes in Delhi? Today, if you count the potholes in Delhi, you will find the maximum potholes in the country would be in Delhi. If you go around in the city, you will find the filthy plastic bags lying either side of the road. We don't want Paris and London to be Delhi, sir. It should be a clean, neat and a decently livable
You are insulting Indian democracy. Who is selling their votes?
Jobs to
Who is selling their votes? Can you buy the votes in this country? You know, you do not know, you are an ignoramus. I can tell you, Piketty, you are an ignoramus. You cannot buy votes in India. Can you buy Indian democracy?
What are you talking?
You are insulting Indian democracy. You are insulting Indian democracy.
Yes.
People are very mature and sophisticated. You cannot buy their votes. You can't buy their votes.
Saying the people are starving and dying, and the other side you are saying people have become mature. What are you talking about, sir, Professor Saab? Professor Saab, आप क्या बात कर रहे हो? आप वोट खरीदने वाले के खिलाफ बोलना चाहिए. You are an educated man. Don't talk about the freebies.
You may be selling your vote. We don't. You may be selling your votes.
If you know a basic of economics, you will be knowing that subsidies are not the solution for a vibrant economy. For a vibrant democracy, freebies are not the solution. The solution for a good...
Okay. Harish Khurana, let Harish Khurana come in. Harish Khurana is coming. Yes, Harish Khurana and Professor D.K. Giri. Harish Khurana and Professor D.K. Giri. Yes, Harish Khurana.
The friend of mine is saying he's living in Delhi in the last 45 years. My father served as a chief minister of Delhi in 1990s. So we know what the problem of Delhi is. So we have made a metro also, we made a flyover also. Congress has done a lot of work also. I appreciate that. Let me complete that. What is this? What is this? I invite you to my office. Don't talk
Okay,
to
one versus one. Professor Giri versus Harish Khurana.
Let me finish. Have some decency. My father may be chief minister. I am experiencing it here. My father was a farmer. So I am talking for the poor people. I am not a chief minister's son.
No, he didn't say I'm a chief minister's son.
He didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. Professor Giri, he said I have an idea about... Okay, let you guys find it out. Yeah. Okay, Harish Khurana respond.
I said we know what the problem of Delhi is. We used to serve Delhi, we know what the problem is. The problem is today, we should understand the debt position of Delhi. We should understand that out of 70,000 crore rupees budget, only 9,000 is invested in the capital. What is this, yaar? I understand. I need you to understand.
Professor Giri, give him 30 seconds more. Let him make his point, Professor Giri. It's not fair. Let him see. He was quiet when you spoke.
It's not fair, yaar.
He was quiet when you spoke, Professor Giri. Let him speak. Okay, go ahead. Khurana ji, go ahead.
The problem
Harish Khurana and then 30
the
seconds.
capital outlay is 9,000 crores only. But look at the debt. It's more than 1 lakh crore rupees. We should understand. A city like we have a population of 2 crores in Delhi has a debt of more than 1 lakh crore. 60,000. Yeah. Let him do this. Let him do it. I'm speaking a single line.
Okay, 30 seconds each, please.
1,000 rupees for a poor family. to feed their stomach. Talk about the poor.
1 minute,
He's
1 minute.
What is this, poor people, rich people.
Okay. Calmly. Professor Giri, hear him out. No? Hear him out. You asked him a question, he's responding.
I'm only responding. I'm only saying.
No, but give him 30 seconds. Why don't you hear his point and then respond? You'll be able to respond better, sir. Okay, give him 30 seconds. Can I request you to give him 30 seconds? Yes. Professor Harish Khurana, 30 seconds.
There is a population of 2 crore people in Delhi only. And look at the debt, 1 lakh crore, 60,000 on Jalpur, 38,000 on Delhi government itself. We should understand that we should differentiate between what is a freebie and what is the welfare scheme. We should understand that. Please, not about the politics. We should not do politics in this. It's not about Aam Aadmi Party. It's not about BJP. It's not about Congress. Yeah, what is this? Niranjan, can I speak? What is this? Yes,
it's been just 10 seconds. Okay.
Permission to respond. You took 1 minute. Let me respond in 1 second.
He spoke for 15 seconds.
I don't understand.
Professor Giri, Hari today. Okay, give him 15 seconds more. Okay, count. Let's count. 15 seconds. 15 seconds.
It's about Delhi. It's about Delhi welfare. And if you're giving too much good education in Delhi, how many MLAs son is studying in government schools? How many people are going in government schools? Tell me. If so much good education is coming in. We need a good education. We need a quality education. We don't need free. We should understand. Free जो ले सकता है वो free नहीं लेना चाहिए.
Okay, go ahead. Professor Giri, go ahead. Respond.
Okay. Mr. Khanna, my brother, I do not understand 1 lakh crore. I do not want quality education. I want my people to survive. They want to eat. Their kitchen, there is food in the kitchen. That is what I am talking about. You come to my office. I challenge you. I will show you these people. Those who are educated, they have no job, no money to survive. I do not understand your budget. I want to survive. My people whom I represent, they want to survive. I live among those people. Not with ministers, bureaucrats who talk about lakh of crores. I'll produce people in Delhi who are starving. Educated graduates, qualified people who are starving. Answer me that. That is what I am representing. I don't understand your budget. Lakh crore, I don't know. What is Jalpur's budget, I don't know. I want my people I live with to survive. I am seeing people who are starving in Delhi. And I challenge you, come to my place, I'll show you tomorrow. Hundreds of them. That is all I have to say.
Okay, let me get in Sujata Pandey once again. Sujata Pandey and Abbas Haidar. See.
Can I reply to him?
Okay, go ahead, Savio, 30 seconds.
You live in Goa, Savio, we are talking about Delhi.
Professor Giri,
how does that change?
Professor Giri, with all due respect,
it's not a Delhi debate. It's not a Delhi debate. Let's not make it a Delhi debate. Yes, okay. Savio.
With all due respect to your intelligence, Professor Giri, and with the fact that I travel to Delhi quite often, and since you made an open challenge on national television, I will take that time out sometime next week and come and understand what you're referring to, number one. And number two, if there's any way in which through my enterprise, I can provide jobs for them or create a way to end their starvation in some form or the other, it will be my duty as a citizen to see that people who are connected to you, if I can help them, I will definitely come out to help them. Because I don't believe that people in India should be starving, and if they are, it is my duty to
God bless you. God bless you, Rodri. Thank you, my friend. God bless you.
I'll come next week, sir. I'll come next week to Delhi and I'll give you a call.
I love that, Rodriguez. I love that. Thank you. That is what I wanted to hear.
Okay, fine. I wanted to make a point. Let's get back to the debate. Okay, on defense spending, 1 minute. Guys, I think we're reducing this debate. Can I please say something? I think we're reducing this debate to, yes, there is an issue. People need jobs. People are hungry. They need help. Yes, that's a debate. But that's not what we are talking about only. Let me give you a stat. China has raised its defense. 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. You like my next question. No, 1 minute. 1 minute, Professor Giri, you like my next question. China, we know what is China's defense budget. Does anybody know what is China's defense budget?
Don't want to know.
Okay, I will tell you. It's $230 billion. $230 billion. And you know how many times that is of India's budget? on defense, it's 3 times. Okay? And we as a nation need to build our military, strengthen it, right? We need more planes. We need a lot more. Piyush Joshi is raising his hand. Let me get in Sujata Pandey and Piyush Joshi. Tell me, should we be spending, right? Should we not have a formula? You know what China does, and it will be great reading for all of you, okay? Just read up on China's public spending. China's public spending versus India's public spending. China's welfare schemes versus India's welfare schemes, and you'll realize why India in the last few decades has lost the plot somewhere. Okay, Sujata Pandey can come in, and Piyush Joshi was raising his hand, and then Tanvi can come in. Yes, Sujata.
So on China's question, one of the things that we have to keep in mind is that the form of government that it never had the kind of coalition government our country saw, and the kind of freebie culture became the focal point of the governance model, I would say. Right from South to Maharashtra to Bihar to UP, everyone was trying to woo the voters on the name of the freebie. Somewhere it is in some form of a pressure cooker, sari, color TV, free electricity, free point for people who didn't even need. So what the point that I was trying to make, Niranjan, is that I think we're both going in extremes. We need welfare schemes, we need freebies also for people who are marginalized and cannot afford drinking water or electricity, or have been living under the BPL people and marginalized section of the people. So there is no debate on it. No taxpayer will have any issue. But the issue comes when that is the only governance model you have. Like for example, in Aam Aadmi Party, every state they go in, they promise free electricity, free water, etc. Even if the state doesn't require it.
Where
and
does
this
the
is why I did not interrupt you, please. This is why the Punjab, with the kind of freebie that the Aam Aadmi Party has promised, will need 15,000 crores per month. Whereas the last fiscal, their collection was only 95,257 crores.
Can I respond now?
They are in complete deficit. No, please don't. I did interrupt you.
Quickly, complete your comment now.
Yeah.
I need to bring a comment here.
So the point is, I think the Prime Minister is also getting quoted here out of context. He said when the freebie culture, the Revdi culture becomes the focal point of the governance, or the only USP that you go to the voters for, then what happens that it becomes a form of bribery. It undercuts the microeconomic stability. It does
1 minute.
It does downplay the credit culture. It also makes
can I come in now?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Dr.
Joshi, 1 minute. Okay, Sujata, 1 minute. Long intervention. I have to come in because I have little time and I'm getting in some responses. A lot of people listening to what Professor DK. Piyush Joshi, I'm handing it over to you. I'm coming over. I'm handing it to you, but somebody sent a message to be passed on to Professor DK Giri. A lot of people watching, and a viewer from Chennai has just said, Professor Giri, to your very emotional appeal on the show for freebies and more welfare schemes. Niranjan, please tell Mr. DK, if things are given free, no one will work. Teach them to learn to fish rather than give them fish. I am a taxpayer and my money is going waste. I pay through my nose. I am 73 years old but still work hard every day. He needs to know. This is a viewer from Chennai. There's a viewer from Chennai for Professor DK Giri, who's just responded. Viewer from Chennai. Okay? Viewer from Chennai.
For the benefit of that viewer, and to respond to his opinion, we should all define who's the taxpayer. Okay, everyone
define
in
who's
this
the
country
taxpayer.
pays taxes. 85% of this country taxes come through 85% of this country taxes come through indirect taxes. So when 11 lakh crores of NPAs are written off, it is not a freebie. You tell me, in last 7 years, 11 lakh crores of NPA has been written off. Corporate taxes has been reduced. Nobody raises any question. Are these not freebies? Why 11 lakh crore rupees of NPAs written off? And when you are talking about a state like Madhya Pradesh or state like Punjab, state like Andhra Pradesh, which is number 1, the only subsidy amount is 37,000 crores. That is of Andhra Pradesh, which ranks number 1. And when 11 lakh crores of NPA have been written off, nobody raises a question that this is freebie. We keep hearing about this taxpayer. You buy a pack of biscuits, you are a taxpayer. Everyone is a taxpayer. Everyone is a taxpayer in this country.
Yes.
You have to differentiate between income tax and indirect taxes.
Okay. 1 minute.
Everyone is a taxpayer.
Yes, Professor Giri, and then I'm getting Harish Khurana, but you let him speak. Harish Khurana is coming next. Yes, Professor.
Niranjan, thank you. Tell the gentleman in Tamil Nadu that in our constitution there are concepts called solidarity,
from Chennai.
socialism, standing by the poor, standing by the weak. That is what the society is called. When people are starving, other people support. That is the spirit of social solidarity and nationalism that our Prime Minister talks about. We have to stand by the poor, deprived and the weak. That is what I am supporting. We have to feed the people who do not have. And I am with the Prime Minister. That is the Indian nationalism. No, madam, you are talking in air. Nobody is getting anything free. I did not get in my life, in my entire life, nothing free, madam. You are talking without experience. I never got anything free in my life. There are poor people I am talking about. Nobody gets it who does not deserve.
Free मिलेगा. एक कलेक्टर को 9 ड्राइवर मिलता है. That is all right. Come on, yaar.
Madam, nobody gets
that is all right with you. MPs and MLAs are getting 50,000 units of electricity free, 7,500 local calls for free. The poor man gets something and everyone else has a problem. Every single person in this country is a taxpayer, ma'am. Every single person in this country. Nobody is taking anything for free. Nobody is taking anything for granted. Everyone is paying a taxpayer in this country.
Please don't speak over each other. It's very difficult. A lot of people complaining. 1 minute. Please don't speak over each other. We're having a great debate. Please don't speak over each other. Why do you speak over each other? Can I? Okay. Harish Khurana ji, 1 minute. Can I ask you, how many of you on this debate? How many of you? Okay, 1 minute. Wait. You like my question, Professor. 1 minute. Professor, why don't you be a little patient? Are you this impatient with your students also? 1 minute, sir. Sir, hear me out.
Please.
No. Okay.
Very small point.
Thank you.
Very small point to make.
Yeah, Harish Khurana, I'm coming to you. Hear my question. It's a fun question. How many of you get free electricity at home?
Yes. I don't. No. I pay 33 rupees per watt. I don't.
Wait. How many of you?
33 rupees per
Anybody?
unit.
Nobody?
At my home.
How many of you get free? Okay, wait. How many of you get free water at home?
No, I don't. I don't.
We'll do a
that
fact
is the
check
answer
after
to
this. We'll do a
Sujata
fact
ji.
check.
Everybody does not get. Only the poor people get. I don't get it.
How many of you get subsidized cylinders at home?
I don't get it. Madam Sujata, I don't get it. Only poor people get it. You see?
That's why I said, we don't need it. The
How
poor
many of
need
you?
it. That's
How
why
many of you?
that's
That's
them.
right.
Getting a cylinder for
Okay.
1150 rupees.
How much?
Yes.
What are you saying, Abbas?
He said he pays 1150 rupees for the cylinder.
I'm getting cylinder 1150 rupees.
See, that's the thing. I mean,
You
we're
can
all
charge
paying
23,
1 minute. We're all
300
1
rupees,
minute.
but you should give to the needy on subsidized.
You should.
That is the point.
But you don't subsidize their life. I mean, you give them a livelihood so that they.
400 रुपए का cylinder.
Harish Khurana want to come. Okay, I'm running out of time.
No,
Harish Khurana, last word, and then we'll end the debate. Harish
This is a very
Khurana.
small observation.
Harish
You
Khurana.
know how much a private discoms owes to the production companies, manufacturing companies of electricity? So as I said, Sujata, 1 minute. You know how much? You know how much private discoms, these distribution companies or government companies who give the power to at home owes to manufacturing companies or coal companies? More than 3.5 lakh crores. And this is only because these people are not paying, because the government says give them the electricity free. The people like Arvind Kejriwal. Today in Punjab, the total debt is 3 lakh crores, and still he wants to give electricity where the people don't need it. Give the people who need it. But he also giving the same subsidy to people who don't need it. It's a buying of a vote. It's not a buying of a vote. That's what the Prime Minister said.
Okay. By the way, I'll end it on this note. I have to end the debate.
Before election, government was giving 200 rupees. Before election, government was giving mustard oil of costing 200 rupees. But after election, government has withdrawn that mustard oil. These type of things question the intent of the government. This is what I have.
It's 162 rupees, my friend.
Okay, we can go on and on. Okay, we'll take this debate. It's a larger debate. I have a feeling this debate will continue. But Professor Giri, that the viewer has responded once again because he can't speak to you directly. He says, please tell Mr. Giri, in my own capacity, I do provide food assistance for girl education, etc. People do their own bit. It's okay. And people pay their taxes. People pay their advance taxes. That doesn't mean you subsidize everyone's lives and give everything free. Thank you very much for joining us on the Burning Question. Arnab's debate coming up next. Stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Never happened when you were under scandal, Karthi. You should be able to speak about it, Karthi.
In a big win for the security forces, an IED was detected by a joint patrolling party of the police, the army and the CRPF at Rangmulma in Pulwama. According to the Kashmir ADGP, the IED weighed approximately 25 to 30 kilos and was recovered near Tahab crossing on Circular Road. He added that a major tragedy was averted ahead of Independence Day. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav's Har Ghar Tiranga celebrations, more than 2 lakh national flags are being made ahead of the 75th Independence Day. The campaign intends for the tricolour to be flown atop houses from August 13th to 15th through public participation, while government and private establishments will also be involved.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. जगदीप धनखड़ देश के उपराष्ट्रपति पद पर सुशोभित है.
I'll look at some national stories now, viewers. Both the sons of Kanhaiya Lal, who was killed in the dastardly beheading in Udaipur, met Chief Minister of Rajasthan Ashok Gehlot at Circuit House in Udaipur. They expressed their gratitude for being given a government job. The Rajasthan CM assured the strictest legal action against the culprits for their abominable actions. Almost 48 hours on, the boy who had fallen into an open drain in Gurugram remained untraced. Massive rescue operations have been launched by the NDRF and the SDRF in the Gadoli village to rescue the 7-year-old boy who fell into the drain on August the 7th. In a big win for the security forces, an IED was detected by a joint patrolling party of the police, the army and the CRPF at Rangmulma in Pulwama. According to the Kashmir ADGP, the IED weighed approximately 25 to 30 kilos and was recovered near Tahab crossing on Circular Road. He added that a major tragedy was averted ahead of Independence Day. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav's Har Ghar Tiranga celebrations, more than 2 lakh national flags are being made ahead of the 75th Independence Day. The campaign intends for the tricolour to be flown atop houses from August 13th to 15th through public participation, while government and private establishments will also be involved.
Kapil sir, one question. Sir.
Varsha Rao appearing at the ED office.
CISF Jawan injuries who took those bullets is dead.
A massive protest which is led by the Latin
के इस अमृत महोत्सव में आज जब देश तिरंगे के रंग में रंगा हुआ है, तब कुछ ऐसा भी हुआ है जिसकी तरफ देश का ध्यान दिलाना चाहता हूं। हमारे वीर स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को अपमानित करने का, इस पवित्र अवसर को अपवित्र करने का प्रयास किया गया है। अच्छे डॉक्टरों से सलाह लेने के बावजूद जब उसे लाभ नहीं होता तो वो कितना ही पढ़ा लिखा क्यों न हो, अंधविश्वास की तरफ बढ़ने लग जाता है। वो झाड़ फूंक कराने लगता है, टोने टोटके पर, काले जादू पर विश्वास करने लगता है।
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
In a big win for the security forces, an IED was detected by a joint patrolling party of the police, the army and the CRPF at Rangmulma in Pulwama. According to the Kashmir ADGP, the IED weighed approximately 25 to 30 kilos and was recovered near Tahab crossing on Circular Road. He added that a major tragedy was averted ahead of Independence Day. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav's Har Ghar Tiranga celebrations, more than 2 lakh national flags are being made ahead of the 75th Independence Day. The campaign intends for the tricolour to be flown atop houses from August 13th to 15th through public participation, while government and private establishments will also be involved.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. जगदीप धनखड़ देश के उपराष्ट्रपति पद पर सुशोभित है।
I'll look at some national stories now, viewers. Both the sons of Kanhaiya Lal, who was killed in the dastardly beheading in Udaipur, met Chief Minister of Rajasthan Ashok Gehlot at Circuit House in Udaipur. They expressed their gratitude for being given a government job. The Rajasthan CM assured the strictest legal action against the culprits for their abominable actions. Almost 48 hours on, the boy who had fallen into an open drain in Gurugram remained untraced. Massive rescue operations have been launched by the NDRF and the SDRF in the Gadoli village to rescue the 7-year-old boy who fell into the drain on August the 7th. In a big win for the security forces, an IED was detected by a joint patrolling party of the police, the army and the CRPF at Rangmulma in Pulwama. According to the Kashmir ADGP, the IED weighed approximately 25 to 30 kilos and was recovered near Tahab crossing on Circular Road. He added that a major tragedy was averted ahead of Independence Day. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav's Har Ghar Tiranga celebrations, more than 2 lakh national flags are being made ahead of the 75th Independence Day. The campaign intends for the tricolour to be flown atop houses from August 13th to 15th through public participation, while government and private establishments will also be involved.
Kapil sir, one question. Kapil sir, one question, sir.
Barsha Rao appearing at the ED office.
CISF Jawan injuries who took those bullets is dead. A massive protest which is led by the Latin Catholic Church and supported by the coastal community of Kerala. You can see thousands of fishermen have gathered on the roads of Thiruvananthapuram with their boats and catamarans, demanding that the livelihood issue has not yet been.
श्रीकांत के साथ 3 और लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है। 24 में प्रधानमंत्री उम्मीदवार होंगे। देख रहे एक और कंस्ट्रक्शन, पूरा का पूरा कंस्ट्रक्शन धराशायी हो चुका है।
Mega relief for Nupur leaves the lobby fuming. Why shouldn't Nupur Sharma get relief? Ornav debates at 9 p.m.
देश को आजाद हुए 75 साल हुए हैं
पूरे देश में इस आज़ादी का जश्न मना रहे हैं। विभिन्न चोटियों पर इस फ्लैग को, नेशनल फ्लैग को, उसको झंडे को लेकर अब चोटियों पे आए हैं, उसका हम जश्न मना रहे हैं। भारत माता की जय।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
In a big win for the security forces, an IED was detected by a joint patrolling party of the police, the army and the CRPF at Rangmulma in Pulwama. According to the Kashmir ADGP, the IED weighed approximately 25 to 30 kilos and
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.